Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Baldur's Gate 3. Where we left off last time, we pretty much finished the early access up to this point. I know there are things we haven't done. We haven't done the Phase Spider Matriarch, and there's probably other couple events we haven't done, but I don't want to do every single thing in the early access prior to release because I want some things to be new and fresh when the release version of the game comes out, so there's something for myself to look forward to in the first act of the game. Let's go talk to Bella.
Don't.
Her condition looks familiar. Poison derived from a wild weed common to the Underdark. Some local remedies could cure it. Or an antidote, likely held by the poisoner.
I will say that some of the camera angles in the game do need some work. But, so what we're going to do in this video is we're going to just go explore around a little bit. We're not going to do anything super major. And then at the end, we're going to jump into the early access ending skiff. And I'm going to give like a brief rundown of what I think of the early access so far. And what I'm kind of hoping for in the future. And that'll be pretty much the end of this particular early access series until the release comes out. And we can do a full Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. From the very beginning to the very end. So I'm going to try and persuade her. You're in a bad way. I could end your suffering if you want. It's not really the best persuasion check, but hey, we made it.
Hard to breathe. Blood's on fire. Do it.
I give her a quick death. That's a hook horror spore servant. That's kind of cool. Let's talk to this guy. You okay? You are not the person we wanted to talk to. Probably that guy. Or maybe we just talk to Glut, who's following us around. Okay, he's not the sovereign. Alright, let's talk to Glut first.
It is time. We take death to the Dwergar.
He is horrifying looking. It's already done. The Durgar are dead.
I must see it for myself.
Oh.
Lead me to the rot. I wish to see it fester.
Okay. We'll get there. Soon enough. I guess we just have to go. He's the sovereign, so... let's go all the way down there, and then we'll do the ending. That's where we'll call it. The only reason I'm not going to do more is just because, again, I do... actually, can we just quick travel? If I fast travel to this Underdark point, will Glut come with us? Probably not. He is following us this time, though. That's nice. Sometimes he doesn't jump down things. Let's stop. He can't jump, so... we have to be very careful, like, how to bring him down levels. He can't walk down this area? Really? Are you sure he can't disengage? Oh, he can definitely jump. There we go. He just cannot jump very far. Alright, good enough. Follow away. No, don't jump up there. You were fine. Just come back down. Okay, good. He's still following us. That's the important part. It's such a long way down here. This is where we did a big fight right here, and then the skiff is somewhere around this area. I don't know why we can't see it yet. Can Glut go down? Get down here. Go down ladders. No, of course he can't. Wait, why can't he move? He is very weird to move. Okay, so we can just jump down. Oops. Well, he got hurt. But we made it, so... alright, we're down here.
I must see it for myself.
We are... You can see it. We're here. Do I have to go a bit further on or something? Maybe I needed to bring him with me. Maybe he needs to see the dead dude up top. Back up we go. Better question is, can Glut even jump that high? Probably not. What if I bring him over here? Let's see if he can climb this thing. Oh, if you actually click on the netting, he actually jumps up. Okay. So he does do what you want him to do. He just won't do it by himself. Which is kind of irritating. But fine. Okay, not that one. Let's see if he wants to see this guy up here. That's Holvik. Wonder if we need all of our people up there. Probably. Everyone up here. I don't know if anyone else is coming. Everyone get up here. Let's go. Oh no, I see what's happening. He's trying to follow. Don't follow. Everyone else will walk up on their own. It's fine. There we go.
The tumor is excised. The Dwega are dead. Here I break ground. From the dark, the mighty circle rise. My song will fill the grotto. Death to her. The grotto may sustain but one sovereign. In the age of Glut, there may be no spore.
Oh.
Eliminates the other sovereign.
You would turn on Sovereign Spa so easily?
Her fate it has earned. My circle long suffered while the Dwega flourished. I sang to Spore for help. Yet it cowered in the grotto and let my people be slaughtered. Choose, soul mind. Help me grow a mighty circle and reap the reward, or protect the precious potion as it waits for the circle of Glut to devour it whole.
We're probably gonna do the evil thing in the like the real playthrough, but let's just kill Glut for now.
You shall never again know home.
You're a very angry thing. I kind of wish we were closer to start this fight, but it only has 70 life, so I don't care. Or not even 70 life, 33 life left. It's also only level 4. We also need to rest, but that's okay. We're almost done the early access, so not going to matter too much after this, I don't think. Our character can run really far. I've already kind of I've got my like release playthrough build, not build, but like class and well, maybe class. It depends what they add, honestly, in the release. Run all the way that you can. I'll just leave everyone else there. Good enough. What do you got? Why are you running away? Don't run away. You're just making this longer. I think we're going to be playing a drow wizard, maybe? I was going to play rogue, but apparently everyone thinks that I... Well, no, we can be a ranged drow, I suppose. Can we hit this guy from here? Possibly? Nope. Wrong one. We definitely can, but it's not a very good chance. We did actually hit him, though. Don't care. He missed his multi-attack. I have my own multi-attack. He's got Bane now, which is nice. He's also threatened, which means sneak attack should do extra damage if it actually hits. It did hit. I don't think it did extra damage. It missed again, and we've basically won at this point. There we go. Killed Glut. It had nothing on its body. That's sad. I think realistically I'm going to help it in the next playthrough. In our evil playthrough. So I'm thinking either a Dark Elf Rogue or a Dark Elf Wizard or Sorcerer. If there's Sorcerers in the game, I might choose Sorcerer. If there are Wizards in the game, well, I mean, we could play a Dark Elf Warlock, actually. That'd be a lot of fun. I'm going to play a Dark Elf something. And mostly the reason for my wanting to play a Dark Elf revolves around the fact that Dark Vision is such a pain in the ass. That I just don't have to deal with it, and Dark Elves have the best Dark Vision. They do get a penalty, I believe, in Light, though, so that's going to be something we have to be aware of. Anyways, let's do this thing. I want to see what happens. Oh, is it like a video, or is it just end? We saved, so.
A vessel wobbles on the lake's murky waters.
Board and sail into the darkness. My group members aren't there. On my own. It's a cool looking ship though, for sure.
Human! What are you doing on Gek's raft? Where's Gek? Who are you?
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
In the name of the Absolute, you will let me pass. You only need a 1. You almost always succeed those checks.
Your blood runs quicker, feeding the gnawing absence at the center of your mind.
All right, all right. No reason to get your tongue in a twist. Well, come on. Let's get you to shore. You'll need to report to the sergeant. The rest of you, keep patrolling. Maybe you'll find us a way out.
You continue forward in silence until the lights of a camp twinkle through the murk. As you cross the dark water, you remember your capture and infection, your harrowing escape from hell, and the constant threat of becoming a mind flayer yourself. Your search for a healer brought you to a druid's grove and the refugees sheltering there. You remember their gratitude when you stood by them. A hag promised she could extract the parasite inside you. But you didn't take her dark deal. One evening, a devil came courting, insisting that a cure was impossible. He said he'd come again, soon enough. But he wasn't your only visitor. You remember the fear, the soothing words of the figure in your dreams, and the powers you gained the next day. It hasn't been all bad, though. You fondly remember your night with Astarion. Your reverie is interrupted by an underground fortress appearing in front of you. The symbol of the Absolute is clear, even in the dark. You need answers. What game are the Mind Flayers playing? Is there even a cure? What are they doing at Moonrise Towers? And why are they looking for you? Amid this flurry of questions, you feel something else deep inside you. A hunger, a lust for blood. Soon.
Alright, so, I want you to clean up all of this, okay? Gargoyle with a good curse over there. Explosive, explosive, And then over the... Oh, I'm sorry. This is the end of the early access content. We are still under development behind me here, so you can't go through. But congratulations, very well done on getting here. And in the name of everybody at Larian Studios, I would like to thank you for supporting us in early access. Now, we take community feedback very seriously, so I would like to invite you to go to our community forums or go to the review pages on the store where you bought the game and let us know what you thought of your experience so that we can learn from it and use it to improve the game.
Quit your yapping. Let's get going.
All right, so I gotta go back together with this man here, continue to develop the game, but see you soon, because we'll have much more content for you as we continue to integrate feedback and so forth. Yeah. You want to sing the song, right? All right, let's do it. Row, row, row your boat gently down the lake. Merkel and Ball and lovely Lord Bane, that is
Alright, well, we have reached the early access for now, and I know we didn't do every single thing in the early access yet, on video at least. So first impressions of the game, so the first time I played through the early access, I actually was a little bit, well, I didn't do the full early access the first time, but the first time I was playing through the early access before a major patch corrupted that save, I was a little hesitant about the game, honestly. I initially had a hard time separating the title of the game from the actual gameplay experience up to this point, because in my mind, at the very least, Baldur's Gate 3 denotes a continuation of the Ballspawn saga, and the canonical end to the Ballspawn saga is that the character disperses Ball's essence, and Ball effectively dies, and the main character becomes mortal, or sort of semi-mortal, and then eventually gets assassinated, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So that storyline is completely ended. And when they announced Baldur's Gate 3, I was like, how are they going to implement the Ballspawn saga into this game that's set largely in the future? Like, it's 100 years or something in the future. And I know that they're going to put in some Baldur's Gate references. I know that Minsk and Boo are making an appearance, which, I mean, I'm completely okay with that. Apparently there's a storyline reason for that, that he was turned to stone or something like that. And then he will be unturned to stone and hasn't aged effectively because he was a statue. And that's fine. But I still am not sure, even at the end of the early access, which is a good, like, 30 hours into the game, once you've done all the things in the early access, or more, how this story relates to Baldur's Gate 1, 2, and, well, I guess 1, Tales of the Sword Coast, and then Shadows of Om, and then Throne of Ball, or even Siege of Dragonspear, which I didn't necessarily love, but it was, you know, it still continued that same storyline. So I'm still not entirely sure how those things are going to be linked in, and I don't know if they even will. Is it a good game? Yes. Independently of its name, which I had issues getting past in the beginning, it is a very fun game to play. It uses the 5th edition rule set quite well. I've been playing 5th edition in pen and paper, so I've learned a lot about 5th edition, and then coming to the game, it has a lot of similarities. It actually translates quite well to the computer version of it, so that's perfectly fine and acceptable. The graphics are spectacular. It's a very pretty game. I mean, there's camera issues in some of the conversations that need to be addressed, obviously, but I'm sure they'll get through that in the end. Larian's pretty good about polishing games. Divinity Original Sin 2, for example, is an extraordinary game, even though they are a little heavy-handed on the ground effects and status effect side of combat, which isn't always the best, but you know what? That's just the way they like to do things, and that's perfectly fine. I'm not upset, or I'm not pro or con tons of ground effects or environmental sort of interactive things in combat, like pillars and stuff you can knock over. Neither pro nor con on that. Doesn't really matter to me too much. What does matter to me, though, is the story, and independently of the Baldur's Gate 3 name, the story is actually really intriguing. Like, the Illithids are always a very cool enemy. Mind Flayers they're effectively a spacefaring fantasy race that is collapsing, or has collapsed due to their war with their slave species, which is the Gith. just gonna pause for 1 second. I need to take a drink of water. My apologies. They're yeah, slave. They were a slaver species. The Gith, both sides of the Gith, I believe, were their slaves. The Githzerai and the Githyanki, and they've broken free. And there's a war going on between the Githyanki and the Illithid. I'm not entirely sure what the Githzerai are up to be honest. I haven't looked into it too much. And I like the implementation of this sort of nebulous, uncertain enemy in the form of the Absolute. And I don't think the Absolute is going to be Baal, to be honest. I don't see a way to tie that in properly, because Baal is a legit god again. I'm going to kind of briefly go over the Time of Troubles. The gods went down to Faerun. The three of the evil gods, Baal, Miracle, and Bane, knew that the fall sort of was going to happen because they stole the Tablets of Fate, which caused Lord Eo, who is the over-god, to cast all the gods down for, their transgressions. And Baal managed to disperse a good amount of his power out into the world in the form of Baalspawn. Similarly, Mystra did a similar thing by giving her Chosen good chunks of her power as well. The Baalspawn saga is effectively the attempt of Baal's essence to recoalesce into Baal and make the new god of murder. Canonically, that doesn't happen. Baal, your main character, gathers all of Baal's essence and then disperses it, and it's gone. But in 5th edition, all the gods were reborn again, so Baal is alive, like full powered. He doesn't need any of his power from Baalspawn. There are no Baalspawn left in terms of the canon, because all the Baalspawn essence was gathered by your main character or other Baalspawn, and it's now gone. So I don't know how that's going to pan out in this game, if at all. So I really had to force myself to separate the name of the game, like the title of the game, as a continuation of the Baalspawn saga from the actual game itself, because I don't think it does follow the Baalspawn saga. At least up until this point, I don't see a solid tie-in yet, but there could be, and maybe it's coming in Act 2, who knows. I'm not saying pro or con that is a thing that is going to happen. Once I managed to separate it from its name recognition concern that I had, it's actually a really good game. I really enjoyed it. The characters are compelling. I really like the evil characters, to be honest. Like, Shadowheart is cool. I have no concerns about her. Astarion is amusing and kind of creepy. I'm not a huge fan of Gale. He's okay. He's kind of annoying. I really like Will, actually, the Warlock. He's really cool. We probably won't be using him in our main playthrough because I'm going to maybe be a Warlock. If I'm not going to be a Warlock, I will bring him along, because Warlocks are a really fun class to play. They've always have been since 3rd edition. Were Warlocks in 4th? You know what? I didn't play enough 4th edition to remember. Okay, I played some 4th edition, but I've kind of, I guess, blocked it from my mind because I don't actually remember a whole lot about it. It wasn't my favorite edition for sure. But anyways, in Pathfinder, Warlocks are a hell of a lot of fun. So we'll see how it all pans out on release. But that's really sort of my 2 cents on the early access. It's a great game. Do I think it's Baldur's Gate 3? I'm not convinced yet. There's no tie-in that there's no logical tie-in that I can see in terms of story. But is it a Baldur's Gate game? Yes, because Baldur's Gate is Baldur's Gate itself, but outside of the realm of being Baldur's Gate 1, 2, Throne of Ball, all the things. Baldur's Gate is just a city. Any story that takes place in or around the city can be a Baldur's Gate game. Like, Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus is a pen and paper game. You go to Baldur's Gate and you then go to Avernus, there's lots of stuff that goes on in that campaign. But anyways, it's really good. There's nothing wrong with it. But it's not a continuation of Baldur's Gate 1 or 2. And Baldur's Gate 3 is essentially a sequel to Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. Kinda. It follows just after that storyline concludes. And so I guess my thought, like, there's also Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, which really has nothing to do with Baldur's Gate 1 or 2 as well. So there's a lot of games that have the Baldur's Gate name recognition that aren't Baldur's Gate 3. That's the thing. It denotes a direct sequel to the storyline, and it's not. It's not a Baalspawn saga yet, at least not from what I can tell anyways. So that's really my 2 cents. Once I separated the name out, it's a really good game. It's a really good Baldur's Gate game. And since, like, the iconic city is in the game, obviously we're going to Baldur's Gate at some point in the near future. In fact, that's where the tieflings were headed we will all be going to Baldur's Gate, and that ties it into Baldur's Gate. Like the name and the title and the city we're going to are both Baldur's Gate. That makes perfect sense. The 3 throws me off because, again, storyline. So anyways, that's where I'm going to leave you guys for now. We're going to continue our Temple of Elemental Evil playthrough. We'll be returning to this probably on release, because there's only so many times you want to play through the intro of the game before it becomes very, very repetitive and you're not as sort of keen on doing it again. And I'm going to kind of save that enthusiasm for when the release comes and we can play through the whole game. So we're going to let this one go for now and let it sort of mothball for the moment while Larian finishes development. But I really do enjoy it. I'll probably honestly play a little bit more on my own just to test out things like with druids and some of the new classes they're going to release in the future. But for now, I'll leave you guys here. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Others, I'll see you next time. Take care.